I'm straight bush, baby. I'm Georgia W.
So both of my parents were alcoholics, and so that comes with...
But he died how he should have died, alone.
And then he passed away this year, and it made me feel kind of weird, like a little bit unresolved, but
Let's just start scatting when shit gets quiet.
I can't. I don't know how. I don't have thick hair. I don't have body hair at all.
Ooh, big. Yeah, you do. Stop lying.
No, I'm just a
Smooth little baby. That's gross.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Gross.
Let's talk about that. Bush or no bush?
I'm straight bush, baby. I'm Georgia W. Yes.
I've matured now. Yeah.
We all went through that phase, all right?
Yeah, but now it's like full bear is just kind of like, eh.
I just only shave when my boyfriend's in town. Why would I?
Yeah.
Why would I? Any other time? What's the point?
No, yeah.
Vaginal health.
I was about to say it's better for your health.
All right, let's get this fucking episode
Okay.
started.
Well, let's address the elephant in the room. It's just
Me.
us.
It's just us. Bella's not here. I'm in her seat. She's just not here. She had an appointment to get. Dude, we didn't kick her off. We didn't.
Yeah.
She's still here.
There's no drama, no scandal.
It was the only day we could record, and she couldn't make it. But she will be on the next episode. Let's just start scatting when shit gets quiet.
I can't. I don't know how.
But yeah, shit. We went on the Ink Bully podcast. We wanted to talk about that a little bit. Plug them.
Yeah.
We had a good time. All of us drove out to Stockton and recorded with those guys. This is hard.
No. I'm sorry. I was just listening to you
Yeah.
talk. I wasn't talking. I'm listening to you.
Overthinking.
Okay, well, yeah, the pod went good. It was really cool. Like, we like them. They're all really cool dudes.
Yeah.
No weird vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Which is good.
I know, we felt safe. And
Yeah. Because, I mean,
yeah.
it was cool. But yeah, go check it out. It's maybe out by now.
Maybe, yeah.
So, we'll put their info in the description.
Yeah, so you can find them. We were just gonna talk about whatever today, like what's been going on in our lives or what we've been up to. We've been fucking,
which is mostly nothing.
Mostly nothing. We just literally work and go home and that's it, and then record.
Yeah.
We're actually fucking losers, but
speak for yourself.
I will. And I said we're losers. Anyways.
Okay, you loser. But well, yeah, even like just off the podcast thing still, it was really cool. Like, it made us want to like go on more. Like, it'd be really fun. And
I know.
That's like not.
I was like looking up hella
thing.
podcasts to go on. And I'm like, I don't even know
We
how to
just gotta
find
like
them.
go around and ask people like, can we
Yeah.
be on your pod,
Please. But if you guys actually had some suggestions for podcasts you want us to go on, please help us.
Not like we could actually get on them, but like,
yeah, but we'll try. We'll
maybe
shoot a shot.
Yeah, just like, what other podcasts do you guys listen to?
Yeah.
So we can get inspo
Yeah.
and shit.
In California, something that's drivable or like in the area. I'm not trying to fly out somewhere. That's just too much.
Just aim low, I guess.
Yeah,
And then...
exactly. There's not really that many podcasts in SAC. I don't know of any, but yeah, I've been really wanting to do that now, and even if we went on alone or did whatever, like that'd be fun too.
Like one of us?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's a lot of people.
I can't do it.
You can do it, sweetie.
No,
You're a big girl.
I'm not a big girl. I don't like it.
You don't need me. No, but yeah, that'd be fun to do ones too. I would go on Ink Bully again with just myself too, because there was a lot of people. So
She hates us.
I actually hate them though, for real. No, but but yeah, there's a lot of people, so I don't know how the sound and everything is gonna turn out because there's like 6 people. But
yeah, it was. We were joking that it was like Fresh and Fit vibes, but
yeah, but it wasn't. They were
it wasn't.
cool as fuck.
Yeah,
but like,
they're good guys, but
yeah, but just hella people in the room.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I definitely want to do that more. go on more podcasts. Made me even want to record more for ourselves. That's why I like wanted to keep this episode, even though Bella wasn't gonna be able to make it.
Yeah, we're just trying to get the reps in.
Yeah, because we learn every time we record. We've been, I don't know. To me, I don't know if you guys notice the progress, but I definitely notice from our own self, and even how I feel inside when I'm recording now.
Yeah.
When we get on here, I feel like
way more comfortable.
Way more comfortable. I usually notice like when you have a mental block, I can see it in your face, and so like you're way more comfortable now. It just took some time, and then even getting used to having somebody in the room, watching us too. And I usually don't see him, but still, it's like an adjustment. Now you're getting a mental block.
Yeah, because now it's like
we're just talking. But we've been working on, because by the time this episode comes out, the baby shower will have already passed. Our friend or my cousin Megan, we've been planning her surprise baby shower.
Well, so it's like not a surprise, but the theme we kept a secret from her, so she will be surprised about the theme. But yeah, we're just planning everything and trying to make it like, I don't know, hella extra for her.
Yeah. And do you want to talk about the theme? Because now it'll have already, so we're doing we say Candyland, but it's not like actual Candyland, the game theme. It's like just candy. So we've been just making big ass like life-size candy. Is that the word? Life-size candy?
Well,
what's the word?
Not life-size, because life-size candy would be like that,
true,
right?
true. But like just oversized. Giant candy, oversized. Oversized candy.
Yeah.
So like giant chocolate bars, giant like, what else do we make? I don't know.
Macaroon cookies.
Macaroons. We did like
little,
centerpieces.
Yeah, candies, cotton candy. You
guys will see pictures too by the time this is up too.
Yeah.
But,
it's been fun, but it's like so much, and we probably could have saved money by just buying the decorations already made, because we're spending so much to like buy all the shit just to make it. But it's fun though. It's like
it's taken
get a little crafty,
so long.
Little Martha Stewart in the back.
Dude, it's been crazy. And then I'm just like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like I'm doing it, and I'm like, this sucks. I suck at this. Just to do it.
No, but like she'll just be like rushing through the shit, like doing it hella fast, and I'm just over there like enjoying myself, like taking my time painting the shit, because I'm like, this is nice.
Because also I'm in competition.
Yeah, she's in constant competition with me for no reason.
I just have to be better than you in all aspects, in all ways.
Do I make you feel like that?
Yeah.
Why?
Every day.
But I don't do that though.
No, I just am like that. I don't know.
Yeah, just
I think growing up, always competitive, doing shit with my brother growing up.
You're the youngest.
I'm the youngest, so I always had to like prove myself. So I'm like, I gotta be the fastest and the best at this, and then it ends up being bad.
You end up falling short.
Yeah, I end up falling short. And then this whole thing I've been talking about with my therapist. But speaking of therapy.
Oh, nice segue into therapy.
Nice segue.
Yeah.
How's it been?
Well, I've been going now for like maybe almost 2 years, which is crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But
I thought oh yeah, whoa.
Yeah. Almost 2 years, whatever. But it's been the best thing I've ever done for myself. Yeah. I don't know. I love our therapist because we go to the same therapist, and she's just a wizard.
She is a wizard fairy.
Yeah.
She everybody I know is going to her now. Like
we've referred all of our friends and
like our coworkers, our friends, like family. Yeah. Like my mom and my stepdad are in it. My sister's about to start going. Like some other friends.
My
like
mom and my brother too now.
Yeah, and I'm like, when is she gonna stop accepting clients?
I know, she's crazy. She just has so many. She doesn't stop working. Yeah, she's working like nonstop.
Yeah,
but she's great, and it's just helped me so much because now, like, I don't know if I've said this on the pod before, but I used to just like the good times were really good and the bad times were really bad, so it'd just be like super up and down. But now I'm steadied out and more like, I don't know. I don't have those drastic, like
drastic high and lows where I want to kill myself.
Yeah. Well.
Oh well, I'm just me.
But we were talking about that recently. Like, why do I feel so shitty right now?
Yeah.
I don't know. You still go through phases, but I think the therapy helps.
I think it's the heat. My theory. I just start feeling shitty until it became summertime.
Yeah, and then like it's always feels shitty when we fall off the gym and we stop moving our body, because that's like just as important as your mental is your physical. And if one's lacking, then everything feels off. So yeah, like since we've been kind of out of the gym in the summer because it's too fucking hot to go work out. I hate it.
Like at the shop too, the AC's been having problems, so we're really hot here all day, and then you feel sluggish all day long and just like, I don't want to go to the gym right now.
Yeah,
after.
definitely not after work. And then it's like, I'm not going to go before because I'm not going to wake up early enough.
Yeah, because I'm a fucking asshole.
Yeah, we're stupid.
Yeah, I'm like, I definitely have time in the morning. I just like to go to bed at midnight every night.
Yeah.
Why? Like, just go to bed early.
I don't know.
Like,
I go to bed. I go to bed at a decent time, and then I just still don't wake up early.
Mm-hmm. I'd have to be in bed. If I wanted to get up at like 6, I'd have to be in bed because I like 9 hours of sleep.
Yeah,
like,
me too.
I don't like no 7, 8 hours.
I can't do and some people say like 4, 5, 6. I can't do that.
Like my boyfriend can operate off of like 3, 4 hours of sleep every night. I'm like, but he also is a napper and I don't nap at all. So it's like,
no, naps. I don't.
No.
Naps make me feel worse.
They make me feel horrible. You wake up, you feel like you're in a different like year. You're like,
different.
What happened? Like, you're all mouth all dry and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm not a napper, so I just will be hella tired all day, and then I don't know. So I should go in the morning. So I've been saying for the longest, I'm gonna go in the morning. I'm gonna go in the morning, and then I fucking don't.
I think the more we talk about it, the less likely it is to happen.
Yeah.
So we should just stop.
Just do it. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm like, who can get me up in the morning? I need somebody that's
and then
up for the task.
Yeah, and then like when we lived together, we would get up early. There was a cool phase where we got up hella early.
We were going to the gym at like 4:35 every day.
Yeah. But it was also awful every morning because I would wake up and then I would have to go wake her up, and I go knock on her door and I say, Charlie. And then she said, what? From under her blanket. She's like, oh, I
said, I'm up.
She said, shut the door.
Okay. I don't like when when I think back, you didn't do it aggressively. But sometimes if you turn on my light.
But I didn't.
I think you would.
I think maybe the third time of trying to wake you up, I would be like, hey, Charlie, I'm turning on the light. If you won't fucking get up. And then like because the other 2 times that I tried to wake you up, you're still dead asleep and you're like, okay. Okay.
You don't understand. Growing up, I would be violently woken up. I'd be woken up by blankets being pulled off me, lights on, getting yelled at, like, get up. And so I'm very sensitive about being woken up in the morning. I'm just like, you need to come in. They need to rub my back and my hair. I need to go, sweetie.
Oh my God.
It's going to be a beautiful morning today. Have a great day.
I'm
so proud of you.
You're hilarious because you wake up like that, like hella angry, grumpy, just like basically a troll.
Yeah.
And then you go into the kitchen and you're making your breakfast. It's like, it's a beautiful day to be alive. And you're just like, just randomly, you're like, it's a beautiful day. And then
because I'm making my eggs, I'm making my sausage.
Yeah, but then you're just a bitch to me.
Yeah. Basically, it's something I'm not proud of. I can't control it. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's just that shit. Like in the morning, I don't know. That's all I can think of. I'm like, why am I so angry? But you don't wake up like that, huh?
Wake up angry?
Yeah.
No, I just wake up in a panic attack.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's pretty.
Heart
almost
racing.
for you.
Yeah. Just wake up.
Yeah, I used to be so afraid at night to go get water because she's the lightest sleeper ever. So I'd be like tiptoeing, like, and then the thing's all.
Yeah, she's getting ice water at midnight. Like,
because I was thirsty and I like ice.
It needs to be ice water. Or like when you would be out, not like you would go out hella, but like, yeah, if you came home in the middle of the night, I'd be like,
you'd come out of your room like with your lashes. They're all. You're like, who's there?
With a knife in my hand.
Yeah. She'd be like, shut up.
No, dude,
like a certain face.
Like, what the fuck are you even doing? Like, no consideration for the people sleeping.
You are the funniest sleeper to me because you just go to sleep and she wakes up in that same position, like a little cherub.
Really? I think only no, maybe like if I'm like if we're sleeping together, I don't fully go into deep sleep because I'm like I can't. So I'm just like,
are you in fight or flight in your sleep?
Maybe.
That's what that sounds like.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
I don't know, I guess.
We're gonna unveil some shit today. Unveil. Yeah. That's the word.
Yeah. I don't know where I was
don't be
going
mean.
with that, but sorry.
Anyways, therapy. Therapy's been great. I started like almost a year after you started.
It was?
Yeah, because you started in October of like 2021 or 22.
Yes.
And I what
Dude,
fucking day is it right now?
2021, I think.
Okay, yeah. But I started like September of the next year.
Yeah.
And so I'm coming up on a year now of being in.
And no progress.
Fuck you.
It's still awful.
You're a fucking bitch.
No, I'm just kidding.
I've made great progress. Great strides.
No, she's way less bitchy to me.
And Jess is more bitchy to me. But yeah, it's been really good. I have mommy and daddy issues.
I know. That's the biggest thing in therapy we've learned is like, wow, I have mommy issues too.
Yeah.
Just thought it was
Yeah,
daddy.
you don't even realize, even though like I'm like, oh, I love my mom, she's an angel, but then like you realize all these little things and you're like, oh shit. But no parent's perfect. And I think when I first started, I had more resentments toward my mom and towards like family and stuff because I was like realizing what was causing me to feel these ways, and I was like just like more annoyed about everything. And
I think like it's also just easier to blame it on like your dad because he wasn't around, so you're like, oh, must be because he was absent, or then like whatever. So you're not looking at like the things that are immediately like, I don't know, like the things that are actually happening. I didn't even
realize I had issues with my real father because he wasn't around, but I didn't even realize I thought I had no connection, no like whatever to him. I didn't give a fuck. But then you realize when you break down your behavior and like why you're saying the things you do, acting the way you do, oh, it's like related because I didn't have a father to teach me a certain way or how to be in the world or whatever. So yeah, now I'm like, oh yeah, you can definitely tell women who didn't have fathers. Like now I'm like so aware of it. I'm like, fuck. But yeah, I don't know. It's crazy looking at yourself like that and really breaking down your behavior and understanding in every way too, like how it affects your relationship with your partner or even in work, how you operate, or even while we were doing decorations, I like had a realization about shit too.
Really?
Just like, and I mean, you've known this, I think you said this to me, but yeah, like I would get frustrated with the decoration, like feeling like I couldn't do it. And I'd be like, you just do it because you could do it better.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, and then it just goes back to childhood things of like, my mom would do things for me because I don't know, like,
well, what was that like TikTok that we saw too recently? It was like maybe if it was like OCD or ADD related, you complete tasks only to 90% and then you stop.
Yeah. And I always had that lingering over me. I always thought I had ADHD. Yeah. But you know, it's undiagnosed and I just
TikTok diagnosed.
I just TikTok diagnosed for sure. But yeah, so I've always thought I somewhat had it, but then I'm like, but then when you really break down everything, I'm like, well, is it just because like my mom would finish things for me because I was the youngest or whatever, like she would I would go to do something. So this is what I learned in therapy too, like I would do something as a child and then my mom would be like, oh, you didn't do it right, and then she'd come in and fix it all, whatever. So I would start to be like, oh, well then I can't do anything, I can't finish. So like I'm like, is it ADHD or is it just those things, like is it so yeah. And I think that's with our generation too, a lot of times we're just trying to diagnose what's wrong with us based on like there's got to be a reason why I'm like this. But
and just kind of like, do you think people use it mostly as an excuse to continue being the way that they are and instead of like addressing the real issue?
Definitely. Or they're just not even aware and they're like, I don't know, they're not even aware of that because I wasn't either. That's why I was like, oh, it could be this, or I was thinking I had OCD or like all these things.
Yeah, you were always I mean, like if I remember, like looking before we were in therapy, constantly looking for like a reason, like why is that? Why there must be a reason that I'm like this. Yeah.
I was trying to like just figure it out, and then now I understand my behavior more and why I'm doing things, and I don't know, but I think some people do struggle with it badly, like with ADHD, and that's all real.
Oh yeah.
And OCD and all that, of course. But
also I saw something recently that was explaining that ADD or ADHD is basically just a trauma response. And so it's, I don't know, like I don't know enough about it, so I really don't know, but it's just like it could be just a trauma response. And like learning the reasons why.
And they're just literally putting people on basically meth. Like they're giving those pills, and it's just like, and that's what I love about our therapist, because she's not quick to want to diagnose you with something like that and just give you like whatever to, like, I don't know, just pills or whatever. Like she'll actually give you answers to your questions, and she'll give you the tools. She'll like in yourself that you can do, and the steps to take to keep you from doing, I don't know, these behaviors or
even
whatever.
On my first session, she had me like fill out a form of like what I want to get out of therapy and like what like am I looking for a diagnosis or what? And I said no, I just want help. So
I want to do one.
I don't know. So she's not. She kind of just goes off of like what you're looking for, which I think is nice, because if you're not like looking for, I don't want to be on meds just because my own personal preference, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to rely on a pill the rest of my life to help me through things when I could most likely figure them out myself and get to the root of it myself. Because we could have been, I'm sure I could have been through Kaiser diagnosed with some shit if I wanted it.
Some antidepressants and you'll be good.
Dude, that shit, I don't know. And I see hella crazy shit about antidepressants too, like on TikTok. But and I'm like, I gotta get off that.
Pretty embarrassing that all our info is from TikTok. But I'm actually, whatever.
It is informative. I will say, like, I learn a lot on there too.
Well, yeah.
Or opens my eyes to research more things. But this guy had like a reaction where he was on antidepressants for a while, and he developed like a crazy like tic or something where like he couldn't stop, like he could barely even get his words out, and he would like was twitching hella and everything, and I don't know. So like that type of shit really scares me, and I'm like, I would not want to be on it, but it does help people. I don't know, but even
if like you could do it for a temporarily or a period of time to help you like bridge I don't know.
Yeah, you just never know until you're in those people's shoes too.
Yeah, like I don't know,
but I think all my problems can be fixed with me looking into myself more and
learning new habits, tools to deal with things.
Yeah, definitely. But I don't know, it's been awesome. It's helped my mom a lot. It's helped my mom and her relationship, and
that's helped my mom, like my relationship with my mom.
And with your dad, if you wanted to talk about that.
I mean like my dad too, because I mean you don't
have to talk about
it. No, I mean I'm okay with it, but so both of my parents were alcoholics, and so that comes with a whole plethora of issues, right? And so I mean therapy helped me basically learn how to forgive my dad, because we weren't speaking for like the last couple of years, and so I learned like I learned about people's capacity and like what they're able to provide. Like if he wasn't able to be there for me, like that's just because his capacity wouldn't allow it or whatever.
It's emotional, like
so I forgave him for that, and it's still hard obviously. And then so because I wasn't speaking to him for the last few years, it was kind of me just like healing the relationship for myself. And then he passed away this year, and it made me feel kind of weird, like a little bit unresolved, but also like I know deep, like because we did have a good relationship before like the alcohol got really bad, so I know that he loved me even up until he his last day. But I don't know. It's like I love him, and I'm not mad at him for anything anymore. I was mad for a long time, and like you feel like it would make me feel like, why didn't he change? Like why didn't he love me enough to change? But therapy like helped me realize that like he couldn't. He just couldn't. So I mean, I feel good about the situation now. And honestly, like as sad as it is that he's passed, he's not suffering anymore. So I do feel like better about that. But.
Yeah, and then like that, you really basically were grieving him.
Yeah,
before he was dead.
Exactly. Yeah, and I would even tell my therapist that like, right, because as soon as I had started going to her, it was like that was like the main struggle that I was dealing with was like my relationship with my dad. And I just basically felt like I had been grieving him for years when he was alive. So it's just like weird.
So if you didn't have her that whole year before, almost 2 years before, it would have been way different.
Yeah, like if I told you that before. Yeah, if I wasn't going to therapy, him passing would have been a way different. It would have been way different for me. Yeah, but.
Yeah, I remember the day we were like, dude, we're horrible. Like we cope with like humor and everything.
Yeah, we're
so like
dark.
We're dark. So like
it's kind of like it's embarrassing sometimes because like we'll make jokes about it, but
because my dad's dead too. So,
so we're like, hey.
we joke like as soon as like I saw her that day, we hugged, we're crying or whatever. But then she said we're in the same club or like said something like that. We were like, oh god, it's rough. Yeah, but that's how we cope. And so people don't always understand our humor too. And then
but like. Thank God that like we could joke like that with each other, because what if we couldn't joke about it? Then it'd just be like, oh, it's only sad.
Yeah, it's only sad all the time. That's how I've learned to cope with everything. That's how my family copes with everything, is just you laugh about it and you make a joke about it, and that's how you move on. But so and then maybe you've become that way over time, or were you always that way, you think?
I feel like no, I'd joke about shit like
Yeah.
that. But I think like even having like our friendship and us being able to talk on like the deep levels, like I could tell you, I mean, you were like the first person I texted when I found out, and you knew exactly what to say, and like you didn't say much, and I just needed you to know that it happened and like I was going through something. But like it helps having someone that you can like really be honest and open with, and like you understand.
And I was there to see all the stuff too.
Yeah,
over the
like
years.
She also knew my dad, so she knew exactly what I was going through. And even like Shine was obviously there for me, but he also didn't know my dad, so it was a little bit different. It just helped, Charlie knowing him and then knowing what I was going through over the years. But I don't know.
Yeah, because I'm also not someone like I'm not gonna text you a long thing and be like
I didn't
like to make it sad. I know her so much that like. Even like times before with issues with your dad, and I try to hug you, you'd be like, "Don't fucking touch me." So I know.
Yeah, like I'm not it's like, is that like me not being like a very sentimental person? Or?
You are sentimental, but you've always shut your feelings off, and so like that's you putting up your guard or whatever. So I knew not to be like, I'm so like I just said,
if you just come and like if I'm sad and you just like come and hug me, then I'm just gonna fucking start bawling, and like I don't want to do that.
And so you'll push it away and be like, what the fuck? Like it's weird. That's why it took so long. So me and Jessa knew each other for years before we were like actually really friends. Like we lived together for like 3 years before we even really would talk to each other. So like it takes you a long time to build those connections and to build the trust with the person and everything. So you in other ways too, that's how you are. So like I don't know how to explain it, but
no, like I only have like a couple of friends that really know me like that. And it just takes me like a long time to open up to people. And like also it's like a protective thing of myself, and it's like maybe not the best way to be, but
because it's hard. It ends up being hard to make like friendships.
Like I think I'm kind of hard to get to know, like really.
You're like really actually hard, or like people think they know you, but I know. I know, like I'm like, oh no.
Because like we've over the years you've seen like how I am with certain friends, and it's like not that I'm not being myself, but just I'm not being like completely vulnerable. I'm not letting all the walls down.
Like you'll like surface level say shit, but not. I know I'm like like I know inside there's more. But yeah, therapy definitely helped with that. And I don't know. That was a whole thing too, just handling all the dad stuff, and it also because the fucking you had to go so much back and forth with the
like the
funeral home.
Oh my god, that shit sucked.
It took a long time for shit to get going.
Just so much back and forth, and like they were really slow with things, and just what a shitty situation for like people that lose someone, and then you have to be the one like dealing with all of it. Like, okay, you're already dealing with the loss, and now I have to deal with like, okay, it costs thousands of dollars to get him cremated, and like, am I gonna do a service, or who's and then for that situation specifically, it's like, well, who's gonna actually show up? So like, I'm not doing a service, I'm just doing something myself, and like there's so much shit.
I remember like when my aunt passed, my mom said the hardest thing was that night she had to stay up on the phone with the hospital because my aunt was an organ donor, like for hours. She was up till like 1 or 2 in the morning because they were asking her about everything, like if they wanted her eyeballs, if they wanted her skin, like every little thing. She said it was the most like torturous, like horrible thing she's probably had to go through, and she's been through some shit. But to like your loved one, your sister just passed, and you're dealing with that. It's fucking
so
rough.
Awful. So awful.
And then like I didn't have to deal with any of that with my dad because I hadn't seen him since I was like 4, but when he passed, for some reason he put me and my brother on the paperwork that we're next of kin. So we had to handle all the we did have to handle all the like signing off of everything, but we were able to just sign it off and give it to his family and let them deal with it. But it's still like my mom was pissed. She was like, that was like a last fuck you to be like try to put us on the shit. So we had to handle all of it, and like and we don't know this fucking guy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, so that that's just sucks. But I didn't have to deal with it emotionally really, which it was a hard time for me actually at that time.
Yeah, in my life. That you weren't expecting.
I wasn't expecting, because obviously I didn't know him, but I did only have good memories of my dad, even though he was like a terrible person. But only things I remember were good things, and so when he passed, I don't know. You kind of sit there and you're like, I don't care. But then the more you think about it, because I was just at work and I started getting blown up by like family I hadn't, his side of the family that I haven't talked to since I was a kid. So I was like, this is so weird. And everybody's just like, can you call me? Can you call me? I'm like, what the fuck? So I call my sister and she's like, your dad passed, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh shit. Like, okay. And then like, I don't know, just the more I sat with it, I was just like, oh, this shit is sad. Or like, you know, cause you're grieving the father you didn't get to have, or the relationship.
And you kind of like had like a little bit of, even if you didn't realize it, there was like a little bit of hope that maybe someday it'll get better, but or maybe like, someday he'll reach out to me, or someday, or
I'll run into him or something. Even though he tried to add me on Facebook when I was in high school and I blocked him. So I'm like, okay, he did try to reach out to me, but I don't know. But I mean, you know, like also I don't fucking know you. Like all I've known is that he's a bad guy, and I truly believe he is. That's
tough.
Yeah. So
and then it's also like, well, why are you hitting me up now? Like, what do you need?
Yeah, you weren't there when I was a child when I needed you. Like, so it's like, why are you trying to add me? I don't know. It was just weird.
It's just odd. And you're in high school, so you're just already in like that.
I was like, fuck you.
Yeah, you don't give a fuck at that age.
I didn't give a shit. But he died how he should have died. Alone. I was not mad about it. My brother was like saying some insane jokes like around that time.
My brother too,
dude.
Fucking
I'm like, I don't even want to say this.
I can't say this.
I don't think I can say it.
Wait, what did he say? What did he say?
Okay, because he was a very large man, so he had to be signed off to get cremated for a different, like a bigger one.
He needed a bigger unit.
I don't know if I could say this. He said, hey, can you sign this? Our piece of shit father was too fat to burn. So, we're not to cut that out.
All right.
But yeah, it was hard. But that's, like I said, that's how my family copes. We're just like, all right, whatever. My brother didn't feel literally any way about it, but because only like I have other siblings too, but only me and him had the same dad, so only we had to sign off on shit. But that was still a hard time for me though. I was like, shit was coming up, and I was like, man, like I don't know, you grieve the I don't know, the relationship with your father. Like it was like final that, I'm never gonna have a relationship with a dad. Like I'll never have a dad. Even though my stepdad was in my life since I was like 8 or 9, but still wasn't the relationship I wanted as a little girl, like with a dad. Like how even how I would be so jealous growing up of you and your dad's relationship, because I would come around and you guys just looked like you had so much fun and your parents loved you so much. And obviously we know there's more issues. I know there's issues now outside that, but like, and he did, like he was there as a good father in a lot of ways, even though he had his moments. But so I used to always be so jealous of your guys' relationship.
Yeah, but then it's like on my side too, I was jealous of your guys' family dynamic, because you would always like on the weekends or every week have like the family, like the show,
family parties,
whatever. You like watch. Everybody comes over and watches Game of Thrones,
Walking Dead. We'd all watch Walking Dead. Yeah. We had like a different. So it was like just my mom and my 3 siblings, and then obviously she was with my stepdad. But we'd go once a week to my mom's, and we'd all watch the show, watch The Walking Dead together, and just hang out, whatever. And then before that, like we would have family dinners every Sunday, and we would like everybody would come over. We'd have game nights, like everybody was playing Cranium or Risk, like if you guys know those games. But so we just play hella games, and we did have a good family dynamic in that way. Like but yeah, like I don't know, I was jealous of like just you having a dad pretty much. And my mom worked a lot, so too I would be jealous. I feel like your mom did more with you, but I know my mom literally couldn't.
But also like the way that my parents worked where we lived, so like they were always around. Because they could, because you know, but
they managed like the property, so they were able to just be there more. But like I always tell you this, but like one of the best memories I have with your dad is he would read our like tarot cards and shit all the time. And so one time he came over and he read my cards, and he just starts bawling, and he was like crying, and like I was crying. Like I don't even remember what it was about. I really don't even remember anything, but like
I don't remember either, but he's such a sensitive guy.
He was a softie, but so like that's the thing too. Like it was so crazy seeing all the other stuff that was going on with your dad, because that was the version I had in my head of your dad. And I know my cousin Megan saw a lot different side too. She saw more like a family side, like you guys did.
Yeah, I mean he had there was different versions of him that I would get. So I mean, I don't know, but it's tough to navigate. And then like in therapy, I've been learning to like, okay, what was the real him? What was the ego version, like what, you know, I don't know. It's made me like rethink a lot of like the memories I have, but it's all good. Like I take the good things that I learned from him and you know, I cherish those, and the other stuff I just know wasn't the real him, so I can let that go.
Yeah, definitely, man. I love Dr. Rhonda.
Yeah.
Fucking love her. That's why we refer everybody, because it's like, man, like she's really helped us.
Yeah,
she's really helped. And it started with we started going to her because Shine's, or how do we go?
Well, our friend Morgan goes to her, and she recommended us, and then Shine started first, and then then I started, and then I'm like, Charlie, you have to do it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I waited a while.
Yeah.
And you know, I couldn't afford it too, so I was like, oh, I'll just wait. But then I got to a place where I could, and I was like, all right, well, this is important. And I have days where like I don't want to go. I literally like, especially sometimes when they be in the morning, I'm like, I'm canceling. Like I have a late night, and then I'm like, I can't make it, but I go. And those sessions end up being like the best whenever I'm like, I really don't want to go, because usually it's something in me, I'm not wanting to face something, or I'm not wanting to deal with something. I just want to move on. Yeah. And then those end up being good. And like not every episode is like every session is like profound and you're like, oh my God. But you have those ones and it's like, whoa. Yeah. Like it's just, that's why I do that. Like that makes so much sense. Like blah blah. And I don't know, but it's been a journey. Yeah. It's really worth it. And if you could find a good therapist, I would, you know, I would go. And people have that like stigma or whatever with therapy, like you're fucking crazy if you go. Yeah, even like my boyfriend, because he's Samoan, and so his family, like it's so taboo to them. Like, no, you only go if you're like losing your fucking mind. Like that's a crazy person thing. Yeah. But I've kind of opened his eyes to it too, and I want him to go. It's just he lives out of state, so you know it's a little different, like video calls and stuff.
But he's even done it.
He's done it before. Yeah. And but yeah, I'm like, just if you can find somebody good, because I went through Kaiser through insurance and didn't have a good experience with trying to find somebody, and I felt uncomfortable. I had a male therapist, so I felt like I couldn't open up to him. I felt really weird because I have issues with men too. Just opening up, being vulnerable. And so I don't know, just if you can find that person, it might take going a bunch of times with different people or whatever, but or just, I don't know, do what you can. It's always nice to have an opinion that's unbiased, because your friends, I can vent to you about my relationship a million times and you're like, man, fuck it, leave him. Like, yeah, whatever. But your therapist ain't really gonna do it. I
don't say that. I would never say that.
I would never. But, or like you'll like give your opinion on it, but then like you talk to the therapist and they're gonna really tell you like, well, your behavior is like this too. Like you'll like, always be on my side.
To contribute or like enable things or
Yeah, so it's really helped me, and helped him a lot too, and me just getting information too from her of how he's acting. I can relate to him and be like, look, this is how you're making me feel, this is whatever, and then he realizes, or not that I'm always like, you're doing this.
No,
like,
but just helps you have better communication and all that.
Yeah, because I used to just completely shut down in relationships too. Yeah,
I would never.
Yeah, I would just I
would literally never communicate about things like that, like anything real.
I just cry. I would just turn over in bed and cry. Because I like with I was with my ex from when I was like 18 to 22, and only person I had been with, I'd never had a boyfriend before that, and I just would completely shut down and never would like say how I was feeling, or if I did, it was just ignored or whatever. So I would just like suck shit up and like, I don't know, just keep it inside. Plus I was always like that in general as a kid too. I was like quiet. I didn't have somebody I would really talk to or tell my problems to. Even my friendships, they would talk and I would just listen and be quiet.
Yeah, you're always the listener.
Yeah, that's why I feel like I've changed a lot in that way, because I'm like, no, I deserve to be heard too. And still sometimes I don't feel like I have a voice, but I deserve to be heard. And that's why like I've really tried to develop the skill of talking to people, because I didn't have that for a long time. And I don't know, I think it's an important skill, and everybody, you know, deserves to be heard. But what was I saying? But I would do that in relationships, like just shut down. Like I found out my boyfriend was talking to girls on Instagram. Like I went through his iPad one time. My ex, sorry. Yeah. And I went through his iPad and he was talking to girls. He was like, whatever, saying bad things about me to people. And I didn't tell him that I did that for like almost a year. Like I just kept it inside, and I just literally
never addressed
it, never said anything because I just knew it was going to be a stupid conversation, or, you know, he wasn't even going to address it at all or whatever.
Yeah.
And, so yeah, I just kept it inside, but now I'm like, my boyfriend always like, how come I get this version of you where you call everything out and like I can't do anything, I can't get away with shit.
Yeah.
But I'm like, that should be a compliment that I feel comfortable enough with you to be able to like tell you no. Like that's what I would tell you too. Like the fact that I can tell you no or tell my boyfriend no, it's because I feel comfortable enough to be able to like, no, like I just am tired. I don't want to or whatever, or just like call out his behavior or whatever. But because I can't be that way with a lot of people. I have a hard time saying no to people. Like I can be people pleaser for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean like with us, I mean me
you
too.
Would do the same thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, yeah. But I mean, now I'm very much okay with telling people no.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I don't care.
Yeah.
And I won't even like make up some bullshit. I feel like I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. But I don't know. But it took a long time to get there. Do you think therapy helped with that? Or is it just like you think it would have happened in general, like regardless?
Well, like what do you like in what like give me an example, because I feel like with with friends, if asking me to do things like that I didn't want to do, I would just say no. I don't think I really like, had a hard time with that.
Yeah. Well, I think also maybe even tattooing helped with that because you had to learn how to tell clients no to design.
Yeah, that for sure. Yeah. So like with friends, like I could do it because I know like we love each other and like you're not gonna hate me if I don't want to do something. Yeah. But yeah, with clients it is different, and I had to learn how to like communicate to them that I know what I'm talking about when it comes to like how this design is gonna look and if it's gonna look good on the body and stuff like that, and if they had like a version in their head of what they wanted, that I would have to, you know, explain to them like why I think this would be my way would be better and whatever. So like that took me a while to like get comfortable doing that with people.
But that also is just kind of like confidence too. You didn't have that confidence in yourself, so how is the client going to trust you if you can't even be confident? Yeah.
I'm like, I can't even get a word out. I used to be I used to just like stutter, still stuttering right now, but like I couldn't it would be so hard for me to talk to people. And I'd just be like so nervous and oh well, okay, like I'll just do whatever you want.
Yeah. No, I don't know if we said that on Equally or on the last episode, but how it took a while to develop that skill for me too. Like clients would come into the front desk and I'd be like, who are you here for? Like I would just like get straight to the point instead of being like, good morning, like how are you? Like
not even a
what
hello.
artist are you here for? Like but
like, that's just like the nerves. Like when you're nervous and you don't know what to do or say, you're just like, okay, get straight
like,
to the point or blurt it out. Like
when we lived at the other apartment, if you got stuck standing there at the elevator with somebody, I would be painfully like awkward. Like it was so uncomfortable for me. I didn't know how to be like, hey, good morning. Like I don't know, just that simple thing, just to be open, because I was like had so much anxiety at that time too. Yeah. So I would just sit there and be like like frozen.
Dude,
like I didn't know
dreading getting stuck in the elevator with somebody. But I still dread that.
Dude, I know, for real. I would if I saw somebody at the elevator, I'd either walk back inside, wait till they went, or I would like go and I'd stand in either take the stairs or just stand in the stairs till they went and then
you're like, I'm not taking the stairs.
Yeah, I'm not fucking taking the stairs.
Yeah.
But yeah. And our elevator was so slow too, so it was like shit. But
embarrassing.
I know, but we've come a long way. Even and like I don't think you get a lot of the enough credit too for your conversational skills you've developed. You still have your awkward moments, but
I don't know what
but you've got a lot better. Like I don't know. I notice it so much. But just because I know you so much. But yeah, like even with little client interactions, I'm like, wow, like look at her go. Yeah, because you'll
But it's weird because like when I'm talking to clients or talking at work, I feel like I'm putting on like
a cape or a front.
Yeah, it's like you're putting on your armor, or like okay, I'm going out into the world, put on my armor. I know how to talk to people. I'm confident. I'm a professional, and like all this stuff. And so sometimes it doesn't feel as genuine as I want it to be. So still working on that, but you know, like it gets. I mean, like I get the job done.
Yeah. No, same.
And it's not that I'm like being. I don't want to say that
it's customer service.
Fake. It's like you're putting on your customer service front, and it's like all right.
Yeah. No, I mean that's my whole job. Yeah. No, I get that for sure. Because it doesn't always feel genuine, but then when you get to talking with them, like actually talking, then it Sorry, I keep burping and I'm trying to hold it in. I'm like, or like hiccups almost. But yeah, I don't know. I've come a long way with that.
Yeah. And even like with the podcast, I'm trying to like, even in like when we're not recording, I'm looking at conversations differently. I'm trying to like study like how people
like flow into topics too.
And it's like that seems like something that should just come natural, but to me it doesn't. So really like trying to be conscious of that and like studying.
That's why we always joke that she's autistic, because she has a hard time with social interactions, like a really hard time. So she's like studying, like,
bro, maybe I am.
I think you are. It's in the family.
No.
But
yeah, I don't know, but I mean, whatever. It's like, you know, if you the main, like, my point is like, if you are lacking in a skill, you can learn about it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, you can learn anything. That's the crazy thing. Like, you can learn how to sing. Like, I'm learning how to tattoo, how to fucking draw and shit. Like, I don't know, just all that. Like, anything you can learn at any time. Just learn a new skill.
Yeah.
If you just do it.
Yeah. Just try. Just care enough a little bit.
Yeah. Because like, and then there was this one reel, the sound I use of Larry June talking. He's like, you don't even got to be that consistent. Like, you just have to do it. You have to stay consistent, but you don't even got to do it all the time. Like, you just got to do it, like, even a little bit. And so like, there was months where I wouldn't even be doing hella tattoo shit, or I would just get caught up with whatever and work and maybe only tattoo one time that month, but I was still seeing progress every time I did.
Yeah.
And
as long as you don't stop.
As long as I didn't completely stop for months on end, but I would be, and I would still be like designing, or I'd still be like doing something, but I wouldn't always be tattooing, but I still saw progress.
Yeah.
So yeah, as long as you just go, like, just keep doing it.
You can go at your own pace.
Go at your own pace. It could take you 3 years. As long as you keep doing it at least once a month or whatever. And it's easy for us to say that, and then we're not in the gym, and we're not like, that's what I think about. Like, we're not consistent with working out and all that, but we still have worked out over the years.
Once a month.
It's consistent. We actually still have worked out since like I started working out when I was like, well, okay, what's considered like in sports? Obviously, I was working out, whatever, but like lifting. Since I was like 18, but on and off.
Yeah, me too.
Like, but and then we have times where we're like consistent for like months and months, and then we just would stop or slowly phase out. But I don't know. It's easy for us to say that, but but we've actually got to a place where if we went back in the gym, we know what to do. We just get to it, whatever. So we built a certain consistency.
Yeah, and don't make it out to be such a all or nothing type of thing,
which we end up doing.
Yeah, but I think lately we've gotten better at not doing that. Like, okay, I don't know. We talked about this already, but just like do it in bite size, you know?
Yeah,
like,
something you can.
We're
like,
not gonna just
digest.
go in and like do two a days right now.
Yeah,
getting back into it
because I'll burn out in a week.
Yeah, just go when you can. Go on days off. Just commit to
walk
the minimum.
On the treadmill. Yeah,
like So
I need to focus on like getting out of the house more. Like on my days off, I'll just sit there and not do shit. I'm like, I need to just walk. Like, just go on a walk around the neighborhood.
I know.
Just something. Like trailer park. Not the
I hate walking around the trailer park because it feels like all the house, there's no sidewalk, and then all the houses are like facing the street, and all the windows are like eyes, and it's just like,
I always feel like everybody's watching me. And there's that one guy that jogs around every morning.
Basically, they are, because everybody in the trailer park is nosy.
Yeah, you're like, what? You hear every sound because the walls are fucking paper. So you're like, what's going on? I do the same shit. I've been peeking out the curtains like, damn, they're out there. We've been talking outside for a while. But I don't know. I guess we can. Or do you want to get into questions? Do we have a couple questions?
Yeah.
Did you have something else to say?
No, nothing. Wow, 40.
Damn, we actually went a minute.
Wow, good.
All of our issues.
I know. Just talk about
aired it out, but people want to get to know us more, and I've already had people reach out like, hey, I want you to like talk more about yourself, and I'm like, look, I could do that all day, but then that would just be it wouldn't be a fun episode.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so like this girl wants to know what your family used to think of your dreams back then compared to how they see you now.
You go.
Me?
First.
Okay, like growing up, I mean, if I talked to my family like about my goals, like they were pretty supportive. So like I was lucky in that way that my parents were just like, do whatever makes you happy. Literally, like just do whatever makes you happy. And I just feel, I'm very like lucky for that. And I don't know.
I think my family's like a cautious family. So, or I don't know.
It's like they care about you and support you, but in a way that they just like want to protect you.
And keep,
so like don't try because you might get hurt.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's what we kind of talked about in the first episode. And my family was kind of a little bit upset that like I said they weren't supportive, but they were supportive. It's just the first reaction to when I said I want to do things, it was like, or like when I said I wanted to tattoo, the first reaction, everybody in my family said, she doesn't even know how to draw. Yeah. Like, what is she going to do? She doesn't know how to draw. Like, but it was like, instead of being like, oh, you'll learn it. Like, you got it, whatever. It was that reaction. So that would make me like shrink. Like, I'd be like, yeah, I don't know how to draw. I don't like whatever. And I would want to like not do it. Or I'd have moments of be like, I don't even want to do this at all. Like, I want to quit. But, so yeah, it's like they were supportive. Like, they would still like ask me to make cakes when I was like baking. They still asked me to make cakes or whatever. They were just they would criticize a lot about very critical, but they thought they were helping, but to me it was just making me like,
it's like they support in their own way.
They support in their own way. And
and they've also like never, like for the tattooing thing, they probably haven't seen people that didn't know how to tattoo or draw get into it. And like you've had those examples, like being around other artists here, like you could see that it's a skill that I can learn. So like if you're like on the outside of the industry looking in and you're like, what, how that doesn't even make sense. Like, how are you going to do that? Yeah.
Or my mom would frustrate me so much because I would like go home and show her a design. She'd be like, I don't like that. And I'm like, after you just walked me through it, told me it wasn't great. Yeah. Like thing, blah, blah, blah. And she's not doing it to be mean or whatever, but she was just like,
Like, why is it like that?
Yeah. And I'm like, but from a design aspect, she doesn't even understand it at all. Like, this is placed here because of this. And so that's what.
Yeah. But she's not even like looking at it like that. She's probably just looking at like the subject. And I don't like it.
Yeah. Like, maybe she didn't like the face or maybe, but in turn, that would make me just like.
You're like, well, shit. But, and it's just weird. Yeah. It's like, but then you got to like, when you're taking critiques from people, also take into consideration do they have knowledge about what I'm talking about, or like do they even know what they're talking about? Like, so it's like take critiques, but take it from people that you would they have the you have the trust in their.
And I definitely would feel less like if a stranger were to tell me that, I'd be like, whatever, bitch. Like, but when it's your family, I would take it on so much more than I would a stranger, and I still would take things on from strangers, but like I don't know, just a lot more when it's family. So it's not like I don't know. They wouldn't do it intentionally, but they're just very safe. And,
they just don't want you to like.
They did see me hop around and try a lot of things, so they're like, "Oh, is she even gonna fucking do this?" Like, I never would follow through. Like with baking, I got good, and then I stopped, and then or it's like I got good enough where I was like, I did it, whatever. And then with lashing, like I didn't follow through with it when I spent a year learning and spending so much money on it and everything. They're like, okay, well, is she even gonna tattoo? Is she even gonna do this? So I can understand why they were probably more skeptical of it.
That's fair.
Yeah. I'm like, it's fair. It's definitely fair. But I definitely had support. Like somebody reached out and was like, yeah, my family didn't love me either. Like, I feel you. And I was like, ooh, my family loves me.
Yeah, I didn't say that.
I didn't say that. I'm like, they didn't love me to death. Shit. This is so funny. But sorry to that guy. But so I don't know. They weren't supportive in that way. But I don't know. There's so many little things that I'm like, I should have been tattooing. I've been noticing, like, someone reached out. Did I tell you guys about this or talked about it on the podcast? But she reached out and I used to work with her like briefly. And I had this calendar on my desk and I used to doodle on it all day long. Like, I had just drawings all over and they were shitty, but like just I would draw my name and just draw whatever, and I completely forgot that I would do that. And I did that all throughout high school as a kid, like just constantly drawing on my papers. And I'm like, wow, like I don't know, I just feel like almost like the signs were there. I liked doing it. It's just it wasn't seriously, it wasn't
like an obvious career path. No, it's like, what are you supposed to do? Think like artists, it's like everybody says you're like artists are starving artists, and like it's hard to make money as an artist, but unless you have like a clear path, and like how does that even seem like an option?
It didn't at all. Like it didn't even cross my mind at all.
You're like, oh, this is fun.
Like I just I'm like, I'm fucking bored at work, like, so I'm doing this.
This is shitty. I'm just doodling, but maybe you like it. Maybe you actually like drawing.
I know, it's so crazy. But forgot we were on questions. We just started going off.
I mean, they're might have to. They're not really questions.
Oh, they're just like, love you.
Let me find another one. It's funny because I put the questions thing on Instagram, but it wasn't the NGL link. It was just like the regular Instagram questions, so it's not anonymous.
Yeah.
And people are like, one girl sent, I don't know if this is like, she said, husband cheating on his wife and kids with transgender escorts. I don't know how to react to that.
I don't. Damn. Okay. Did you see? Okay, wait.
What?
Did you see a girl commented on our video when she did the confession?
Oh,
she commented and was like,
"Update.
I'm divorced and found."
I wonder
somebody.
if it was her. Wait, let me go read that real quick.
Yeah, I was shook by that.
Okay, so on our last, was it the last pod? Or it was like episode 5, I think. And yeah, we did the confessions thing, and this girl said that her husband cheated on her, so she's gonna fuck his friend. And then we posted a clip of it, and she commented, if it was her, she commented and gave us an update. Let me see. Update. I filed for divorce and found someone who appreciates me. But I just wonder if it was like actually her.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so crazy. But that one's fucking wild.
Yeah.
That question.
So
I don't even know what to say to that one.
Well, it's just like, why does it matter that they're transgender?
Yeah. I'm like, it could have just been an escort.
Like the problem is
like,
it's an escort.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
like,
honestly, that's some shit you need to talk to a therapist about, because
we can't help
I don't know if you want like advice from
like,
2 brain cells like trying to fucking
Okay. Yeah, no. I don't think we're qualified
yeah,
for that.
I don't think we're qualified for that one.
Yeah.
That one's a little crazy.
A little out of my realm.
Comfort zone.
I don't know how to address that.
Yeah.
But okay, one more topic is someone asked us to talk about advice for moving on from relationships.
Ugh. Man.
She said, get under someone.
I actually think that works.
I don't.
I think it works
don't.
if you want to take the relationship serious with the next person. I don't think it works if that makes sense.
Yeah, I just don't agree with you.
I don't. Well, okay. Being alone is cool, but I feel like a lot of healing from relationships too happens when you're in another relationship. So,
okay.
I think if that person's a good person.
Yeah, because I'm saying, like,
if it's not,
if you guys have that type of communication and you can talk about your past and problems that you're struggling with now, and they're willing to like work with you on, like, maybe you have like triggers or something from a past relationship, and then the new person that you're with triggers you. If you guys can talk about it and resolve, the issue and like find a solution together, then I can see that being helpful.
But also a lot of people say, like, therapists and stuff say, like, 2 years, you need to be alone for like 2 years after a relationship before you're ready for another one. And that's not always the case, and I don't know, but it's different for everybody. But I mean, I was technically single for 2 years before I got into another serious relationship, but I definitely had on and off things with people that I wish I would have just stayed alone during that period, because it would have helped me. But I don't know, honestly.
I think with the 2-year thing, for me, just based off of like my previous relationship, you know how like the women are usually done way before the man knows. So it's like so I think like in that relationship I was already like detaching like long before the relationship ended. And so when it finally did end, I was single for probably like 6 months. And then Shine and I like started talking, but I think that like I at the point that I started talking to Shine, I was already like way done with the past relationship. Like I had 0 feelings, like
felt emotionally cut off.
Like,
and then they try to do all the like, I'll change, I'll do all this, but it's like at that point, you're done.
And it's like it's too late, and it's like maybe not fair to the other person, but if you're done, you're done. And it's like if they felt blindsided, my bad, but that's not. At the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do for yourself, and like I don't know, I'm really like cutthroat with that type of shit. Like when I end a relationship, I'm fucking like so done. I'm not talking to you ever again.
I was the opposite. Well, I mean, not with my ex I was with for years, because at that point, again, I was done. And I just didn't even, I was ready to just cut it off.
Yeah.
But I was on and off with someone else, and I had a very hard time. It was like a fucking sickness. Yeah. Like I would just go back and I'd be like, I'm fucking done, blah, blah, blah. And they'd go back, and it would be a lot of this back and forth. So, you never experienced anything like that, but it's like, you get stuck in like a mental, like.
Well, it's like you're almost addicted
to the highs and lows.
Yeah. The, like the chaos and the.
Yeah. Yeah. So when I got with my boyfriend now, and we weren't constantly arguing and like doing all this shit, I was like, it's kind of, at the very beginning, you're like maybe this isn't right, because I don't feel a spark. And like the spark is really just arguing and then
people
making up.
Mistake like the toxic behavior for passion. And
it's
like,
not.
oh.
It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like if anything, I experienced way more passion 2 years in than I did, I don't know, like in that entire other relationship, because that was just.
Yeah. Because now you guys have built a real
like foundation connection.
Yeah. Foundation and everything.
Yeah. But I don't,
But I mean, so yeah, like for moving on from relationships, me personally, it's like, if you're done, you're done.
Yeah.
And I don't go back, and I don't play that back and forth game.
Yeah. I think that was something that fucked me up the most too, when I did play the back and forth game. So like, you got to just set that intention and stick to it, and like that boundary of that with that person, even if they're trying to come back a million times and they're trying to get in your head, they know all the things to say or whatever, just try to stand firm on that, because when I did give into those things, that was like the worst time of my life. So try to, stand on what you say.
Yeah. And if it's looking like a pattern repeating itself, then just know that it's probably always going to be like that.
Yeah.
And you should just.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
Fuck that.
But I think the difference between you is you had a father. You had a present father. So you were able to just cut that shit off. No. Yeah.
But I mean, there's other issues with that. But yeah. But another like, I don't know, to get to move on, just focus on yourself. And like, if you like, after a relationship, you get the fucking revenge body, and like you're in the gym hella hard and all that. Like, that's all good as long as it like,
as long as you're actually doing those things. Also, like, I don't know. Okay, yeah, like I wouldn't say flirt with people right after or do all that, because it's just so pointless. Like, you actually need to figure out. Some people like absolutely have no idea who they are outside of a relationship, and it's like, try all the things you want to try to make to like make yourself happy.
Yeah.
Try, work out for you, or not just because there's guys at the gym and you want attention, or
yeah, and because then you're just trying to fill the gap.
You're just trying to fill
left, and that's
like
gonna leave you in the same position as before. So it's like. I don't know.
Just try all the little things you wanted to try, and maybe your partner was weird about or didn't want you doing. It's like, try it all. Be a stripper. Do all the things. Start OnlyFans.
Yeah, fuck it. Yep.
No, but I don't know. This probably sounds so dumb when you think about it, but I'm like, that's all I can say from our experience of what we've been through and everything. Like, just be yourself and try to, I don't know, man. Just be yourself.
Just be yourself. Live, laugh, love.
Live, laugh, love. Live, laugh, love. Gotta live, laugh, love. You don't know that song?
No. What was that?
It was a song.
You should make a jingle for our intro right now.
So much pressure. It's a pussy tat doll.
Ray, come on, give us a beat.
Yeah, I got nothing. Why you put me on the spot?
Just wanted to hear.
I got nothing.
I can't.
Nothing rhymes with pussycat dolls.
Pussycat dolls.
In the mall. Sucking on big balls. Yeah, I got nothing. All right. Well.
Okay. Well, this is
been a fun, weird episode.
I don't know.
Been all over the place. We've been all over the place with this one, but
no, I think we just went to one place. Yeah. And I didn't want to go there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got to know us a little more, I guess. So
let us know what you think.
This is awkward. Comment whatever in the comments.
Like, do you have daddy issues?
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments.
Let us know. We're not the only ones.
Yeah. Mommy issues.
Yeah, if you want to vent in the comments, fucking do it. Do it.
Yeah.
We can talk about it on the episode if you want.
Oh yeah, but like let's get to know each other.
Yeah. I know.
Actually, I like seeing your guys' comments and like reading them. I really do.
Or that people relate to the things we were going through too.
Like, it's really
and I wish
cool.
Bella was here because she's got her own whole experiences
she has daddy
too.
issues too.
We all do. It's why we're friends.
Yeah.
But we could have went for I wish she was here because this was a good episode to really get into like ourselves more and get deeper.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to sometimes the cameras turn on and we don't know how to.
Yeah, I'm like, do we want to go there? Like, do we want to?
Because again, you're opening yourself up to everybody's opinions on whatever. And I don't know, but let us know if you guys have been through similar things as us and your experiences, and drop a what emoji in the comments.
Let's do purple.
Purple.
Give us a purple emoji.
You hear my tummy growling? That
was your stomach?
Yeah.
All right, it's time to go.
It's time to go. But drop emoji in the comments. Let us know. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're gonna start posting our vlog videos on our main podcast account too, just to keep it all on one. But you can still find our other videos on the channels tab or something like that. Yeah. But
and I think by the time that this episode is out, we'll have already come back from the tattoo convention in Pasadena. So we're gonna have a vlog out about that, our whole trip. So
I'm excited for that. I'm hella excited for that.
Yeah, check out that.
We're gonna podcast out in Pasadena as well. So you'll get to just see another side too.
Yeah.
But thanks for watching, for supporting us, and even commenting. Even if you're commenting criticism, like, thank you for doing that, because we're not gonna grow and learn too from if we don't ever hear any bad comments too. Kind of just don't be mean, but don't be like, you're ugly.
Constructive criticism.
But thank you guys for watching, and we appreciate your support. Bye.